Meet Michael. Michael is retiring after 30 years service with his employer, the last 10 years of which were spent in the company's DC plan. Prior to that, he was a member of the company's DB plan, which wound up. He took his transfer from the DB plan into the DC plan. His accumulated pot of money at age 65 is €615,000. Historically, Michael would have had the option to take part of the accumulated pot as a tax-free lump sum and was compelled to use the balance to buy an annuity. Since 2011, Michael has an additional option to take part of the fund as tax-free cash and transfer the balance to an approved retirement fund, ARF, or an approved minimum retirement fund, amrf. Let's look at each option. Cash and annuity. Michael may take a tax-free lump sum of €105,000 based on his length of service and level of pay, subject to a lifetime limit of €200,000, and use the balance to buy an annuity. An annuity is an arrangement where Michael will give the balance of the accumulated pot to the annuity provider in exchange for an annual pension, payable in monthly installments for life. The annuity provider will provide a menu of items which may be included in the annuity, for example, spouse's pension on Michael's death, fixed on inflating pension, etc. The item selected will influence the annuity rate. Cash and ARF, amrf. Michael may take 25% of the accumulated pot as a tax-free lump sum, subject to a lifetime limit of €200,000, and transfer the balance to an ARF or amrf. What is an ARF or amrf? Simply put, an ARF, amrf is an investment product which serves as an alternative to an annuity, which allows Michael retain ownership over the accumulated DC pot rather than sign it over to the annuity provider. The ARF remains invested over Michael's lifetime, unless he decides to surrender it early. Michael must draw an annual income of 5%, which is subject to tax. On Michael's death, the accumulated pot transfers to his spouse and subsequently to his family or estate. Michael may opt to simply run the accumulated pot down at 5% per annum for 20 years, rather than continue with the investment, giving him an annual income of €23,000. However, he would be well advised to continue with the investment of the fund, which gives him the opportunity to draw his annual income and yet preserve the capital value of his pot, which he can pass to his family on death. If Michael's guaranteed income from other sources is less than €12,700 per annum, the first €63,500 is deemed an amrf, which must remain in place until age 75. What are the differences between annuity and ARF? There are two key differences. If Michael buys an annuity, he loses ownership of his capital in exchange for the payment of a guaranteed monthly income for life. The annuity provider retains his capital. If Michael transfers to an ARF, he retains ownership of his capital, but depends on the investment return to maintain the value of his accumulated pot. For advice and more information on which option may suit you best, contact www.alliedpensions.com or phone 01 206 3010.